Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Well, look what I've got here, the Schnozzolator 5000. Isn't it awesome to see great ideas finally come to fruition? Too cool, I couldn't be more excited. You know, this idea of the Schnozzolator started about a year ago, last winter when I was working with Frank from Exploring Abandoned Mines. We were talking about different ways that you could explore vertical shafts, and I came up with the Gantry System idea and put it out in one of my videos. Here, take a look at that real quick. Then you have the infamous level 5. All right, what is level 5? Level 5 would be, say, a vertical shaft, 500, 1,000 feet, with no manway, no ladders. It may have a collar, but the collar could be all busted and broken. Those types of locations need real specialized equipment to get into, okay? You need a special harness, you have to have ropes. And one of the things that I'm thinking about making is I want to have a fabricator make a gantry here for old Bob that'll hang off of his bumper so that the gantry can extend out and over a vertical shaft with a pulley of some sort. That way that the person being descended down into a vertical shaft to access those drift levels can do it without the rope, you know, scratching along and dragging along the collar of the shaft. Because, and let me explain this to you. So if you got a guy down in the bottom of a shaft, say he's 500 to 800 feet down there, and all of a sudden at the very top part of the collar, a rock lets loose, or a board or some sort of debris. When that thing goes down and reaches close to or terminal velocity and hits that person on top of the helmet or glancing blow off the shoulder, you could really injure somebody. And so special precautions need to be made in order to achieve that level of exploration. Yep, that's where it all started, right there. Then fast forward to that very next summer, and that's when I met Mr. M in Nevada, told him about my idea, and we critiqued it, we changed all the designs and whittled it down. You know how it goes, guys. You start off with one idea and you pretty much kind of over-engineer it. Well, Mr. M did one heck of a design change for me, and look at, I mean, it only weighs 225 pounds. It's just incredible. Easy to set up within about a half an hour, tear down in about the same, and it's going to put me almost on center of every shaft, so I don't have to be too concerned about material coming off the walls of the shafts and hitting me on top of the head or on the shoulder. Now, before we get down into this shaft, or I tell you about it, I want to go over the schnoz with you guys. So, hey, Mr. M.
Yeah.
How do you think about telling the good folks here how this thing works?
Well, I'd be happy to. I'm getting a lot of questions on it. And you know, so first off, a lot of people are concerned with the bracket that I have here. This has 5 sections that are 5 feet long, 4 of them are on one side of where the feet are, and the other one is on the other side. This is 4-to-1 ratio in its weight distribution. Therefore, when we hang something on that end that weighs 220 pounds, the maximum that we can have lifting up here is 60 pounds. Likewise, this is the line that Gly's going to be on. It's fastened to the Jeep in a totally different area. This is the safety line. It's fastened to the Jeep in a totally different area as well. We have this cable that's tied to a clevis here, and it runs alongside. That is our fail-safe, fail-secure mechanism, last resort. Bolt of lightning comes down and saws this thing in half or something. This catches everything before it can fall down in the hole and injure the person that's rappelling below. This system allows both of these ropes to be all the way into the mine as it is. It sits currently. They're in the bottom. Gly's going to, as you'll see in a few minutes, be able to fasten onto both of those lines, swing out all over the hole, and disappear like a turkey through the corn. Now let's keep looking at this machine though. I've taken this. Let me get on this side. You can stay there, Gly. First off, I'm fastened to a line myself that will prevent me from falling in this hole. I can't fall in that hole if I want to, and I'm not going anywhere near the edge when Gly's in there. It allows me plenty of mobility. I've elongated the winch controls on my winch so that we can work from here and actually have eyes on Gly when I'm bringing him up. And when I am bringing him up, we're going to use this device here. It's a progressive capture, so that it will pull this way. It will pull this way, but then be able to slide that way. So I can pull Gly more this way, and I can slide it that way, and I can use the winch to achieve all of that. Pretty neat design. This is what it will look like when it's operating. And that's how fast Gly's going to be coming up. When I get it all the way in, when I do get it all the way in, oh, I caught on a nut here, Gly.
Yeah, you were caught in a nut. No big deal.
Right. At any rate, when I do get it wound all the way in, the progressive capture that we have up above, which I'll show you here in just a second, we'll keep a hold of it. Let's go up here, Gly.
So for you guys who have done climbing in the past, you know what one of these are. This is a crawl.
Well, we'll get to the crawl. But we've got these guides that the rope goes through that we made on both sides of the crawl. And go ahead, Gly, tell them.
So yeah, that's called the top crawl. And I even have one on my climbing gear right now. And so what that does is as the rope draws through, just like that, it captures the rope, and it can't go back the other direction. See how that works? So as he pulls me up on the winch, 20 feet at a time, I'm constant captured as I'm coming up out of the hole.
Isn't that something?
And so to release it, there you go. You just pull that. Pretty simple. Yep.
So I'd say, and then these continue on, and they go out to these two pulleys out there. See how nice and smooth those pulleys are operating? We could get by with just a piece of curved steel or something. This rope is rated at almost 8,000 PSI, and it's extremely abrasion resistant. But with that, there's literally no abrasion on our lines at all.
That's right.
This is the safest method of getting down in the bottom of this hole that's ever been come up with yet.
It's going to be great. I just can't wait to
Hey,
start using this. The places that we're going to be able to explore and the things that we're going to find. is going to be outrageous.
Yeah, why don't you trade me places, and
Yep.
you can tell them all about your Buzz Lightyear outfit that you got going on.
There we go. Okay, one more thing. So a lot of you guys have been asking me, my gosh, what is all that stuff you got on your chest? I mean, it makes me look like Buzz Lightyear. There's no doubt about it. Well, this idea started a long time ago. Basically what this is, it's an EVS roost guard. It's for motocross. And the original one that I had, I used to mount my gimbal on, and it was more of a permanent mount, so when I'm moving around, it wouldn't transfer a lot of that boinginess into the gimbal. It was solid. Well, now that I've got more gear, I needed something a little bit bigger, a little more wraparound. I'm happy that it has back protection, and here in a moment you'll see why I've got it that way. But up here in front, when we're doing topside stuff, this right here is Noodle. This is my primary microphone, and that's what you're hearing me talk through right now. And of course, I got my communications over here. This is my UV flashlight that I carry. More than likely, mine isn't going to have fluorescent minerals, but that's where I carry my UV light. Off this side here, this is where I carry my pistol, my 9mm. I don't have it with me today because we're not in a situation that would require something like that. But a few weeks ago, we were exploring mines that had wild pigs, and I wish I would have had this then, because it would be much more comfortable to carry that pistol. That's what that's for. Off to my right here is a flashlight. From time to time, I don't like to use the ones that are on my rig, so I can quickly reach up, grab a light, and I can shine it into a hole or whatnot. Okay. On my helmet, you got my primary cam. On the back here, this is going to be my secondary audio source, as well as my my battery pack for my light. Okay, this audio source here runs a line up here in front. There's a little lavalier mic that's hidden up under my helmet, because when I'm rappelling in these holes, I can't wear this microphone because I can't see what I'm doing, because that's in the way, so this gets discarded. That's what's going on there. And that's about it, guys. That's all that I'm carrying in these holes. What I'm carrying on my harness here is the absolute minimal amount of equipment necessary to come back up out of the hole. So let's just say worst case scenario happens, lightning strikes, and Mr. M can't pull me back up out of a vertical shaft. I've got everything I need here to do it myself if I had to. All right, guys. I think
that was nice of you to say lightning strikes or something like that, instead of like Mr. M strokes out or something.
Now, a lot of you have asked us to do equipment reviews as far as our camera rigs. I really want to show you guys that, but we're going to do that on Mr. M's channel, Abandoned and Forgotten Footage, because that stuff I want to get more into detail, but not in today's episode. So be expecting a video on Mr. M's Abandoned and Forgotten Footage sometime down the road, and we'll go over our camera rigs because they are just top notch. I got to tell you, this guy here, Mr. M, he is the best key grip I've ever known. I mean, and I've worked in the entertainment business. This guy, you're awesome, man.
Thanks, Gly.
You're awesome.
Thanks,
okay.
Gly.
All right, guys. With that, I think it's time to head down into this mine. What do you say?
Let's quit goofing around.
Let's do it. All right, guys. Let's explore this whole mine. All right, guys. Before I go down into this hole, another logistical thing we had to try to figure out was how to take this with me. Now, you've seen in the past where Mr. M's been lowering my camera rig down in a 5-gallon bucket. Well, we've come up with a better design, and it's this right here. Check it out.
Made it out of a piece of 4-inch PVC pipe.
Yep.
Oh, you put it on yourself better.
Don't forget to turn the flashlights on.
All right.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna safety lanyard this on, just for giggles. Gly will take it off down, he'll take it off down below.
Yeah. So when
You're set. But these great shots you're gonna get are gonna be off of those cameras right there.
That's right. So when I'm going down the hole, When I'm going down the hole, that's what you're gonna see now. See, now this will work great for large diameter vertical shafts like this one, but we get into smaller spaces, we're gonna have to go back to the bucket idea. But this is gonna be great because it's gonna give you that really awesome down shot.
All right, Gly.
Okay. Let's do this.
Good luck.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. Come here. That's nice. I like that.
And then you got to point it up just a tick.
Yeah. I'm going to change this around here real quick.
Okay.
It was kind of funky.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Gly, can I drop your pack?
Let me see here. Let me make sure I got everything where I want.
Oh, careful of your back, your pack, your camera.
Okay.
Hey, I've still got your pack.
I know.
Oh, go down a little teeny bit more. You're on the camera.
Yep.
All right. Can I drop your backpack? Wow, you're gonna smoosh the cameras.
How about that?
Now you're good that way.
Okay.
Can I drop your pack?
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's see what's in the bottom of this thing. All right, so what I'm doing here, first of all, I want to see if we're not going to dive into a whole bunch of water. Yeah, no, it's dry. I see the bottom. Okay, I like that. Yeah, nice. Yeah, don't drop nothing on me.
No.
There's a lot of rock here that is ready to go. No doubt about it. I'm getting there. Looking real good here. Okay. Give me a second here. Yep. Looking good. Nice and easy. Getting a little bit of spring. Oh, we got bats. Okay. There we go.
Okay, so as of right now, he's far enough down in there that I can't hear him. I'll wait for him on the radio. You can see that on this unit, that flex it has in it. Look. There's literally no pressure on here. Up and over. Yeah. That's Gly Coolness. He's down on the end of that. This is great. It's a Schnozzolator 5000.
That is one hell of a hole. Oh, there. Made it. So, what do we have down here? Okay. Mr. M, you there?
Yeah, I got you. You must be on the bottom. Everything went slack up here.
Yep. Yeah, I'm all the way to the bottom. I'm gonna go offline on the primary right now.
Copy that.
All right, watch your edges. Make sure you don't kick nothing down on me.
I'm not near it. I have no business over there.
All right, what do we have down here? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Instead of you listening to a whole bunch of huffing and a puffing, let's look up there. Okay, I'm gonna take a break a second, and I'll be back.
Okay, so, hey everybody. Gly's down in the hole, and I'm up here. My device has worked halfway. Cross your fingers that I can get him back out. I think I can. The reason that I'm wearing climbing gear is because in case anything happens to Gly, I'll be able to grab the rest of my descending equipment and hook onto this hook and jump on there and go down and save the day for Gly once again. Yeah, I know it's a little windy out here. Anyway, hey, I hope you're enjoying this because I'm having a good time. This is great.
Okay, guys, I'm at the bottom here, and you're looking up at what's about 125 to 150 feet. That's where we just came from. Okay, down here in the very bottom of this shaft, there's my ropes, my backpack, and the shaft is completely chocked full. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to kind of go in a clockwise fashion and explore every inch of this shaft looking for, well, you know, like I said in previous episodes, people throw all kinds of things down shafts thinking that they'll never be seen ever again. I'm not seeing anything there. Nothing but a pile of debris and junk. At one time there was a fence covering this shaft, and it ended up down in the bottom here. Okay, let's look over here. As we continue to move clockwise, there is something over here that looks kind of interesting. See, now this is why I wanted to find a roost guard that had that back plate, because right now I'm hunched over and my back is towards the top of the shaft, so if a rock was to dislodge, it's going to hit that roost guard instead of my spine. What's this? What is that? What is this thing? It's a leg of some sort. I don't know from what, though. Maybe someone's discarded camping gear. Okay, there's a whole bunch more discarded pipes and parts. Here's a 55-gallon drum. All right. As I get down here closer to the bottom, I feel no air whatsoever coming out of that crack, but I can hear an echo. So it would have had a drift at one time, but now it's chocked. It would take again a considerable amount of digging. Unfortunately, people have discarded their soda bottles here. That's about it. More parts, 55-gallon drum parts. That over there looks like maybe an old fuel tank filler right there. Okay, there's all kinds of cable laying on here on the floor, boards, modern beer cans. I'm seeing, let's go back over here. Let's look here. There is a Prince Albert can right there. And I thought I saw one more somewhere else. Of course, there's bird poo all over the place. And that is it. But that's what was to be expected today, guys. I wanted to practice on this shaft, and here's the reason why. Look at these walls. They're just solid rock going all the way down. So this one had a low potential for me to dislodge anything, you know. That's why I like this one. Yeah, so, okay, I guess it's time to hook back up in the up configuration and have Mr. M try out the winch and raise me back out of this mine. Is that camera still on over there?
Yep.
Is it? Oh, I thought that one turned off. All right, guys.
One did, but we still got an Osmo 1.
That's right.
The old trusty Osmo 1.
It's good to have a backup.
All right, well, Glenn, congratulations.
Yeah.
It was a success.
That was fun.
First try.
Yeah, first try.
You know, hey, hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys came along to see the maiden voyage of the Schnozzolator.
5,000.
See you next weekend.
Bye.